this is the installation phase. So now, in this part of the installation, we are going to be screwing it in, and I already used the mounting template to show where the screws are going to be, which one's going to go here, which I can just two or no, the other two are going to go here. Which, now, we're going to do that. So now we're going to move on to wiring. I'm going to disconnect the controller from power so I don't get shocked. So now on my dad's phone, I decided not to use these stickers because I don't know, we were kind of in a time crunch. So red and white are common for the sprinkler system. So we're actually going to go to COM. I'm bending these backwards. Mind me. So then, so red and white are red and white are common. So I don't want to get my head in the shot. Okay, I'll just loosen the common terminal. Now that actually has the common terminal loosened, now let's install the red and white wires into the common terminal. Which, if any of you guys are wondering, means negative. If any of you guys are confused what common means. So now I'm just going to take these two red and white wires and kind of fuse them together a little bit. And actually I'm just going to take this one. Is it the common? No, it's common. Now I just gotta make sure they get in at the same time. It's kind of hard to do. Trying to don't get my head in the shot too much. So now we're just gonna tighten it. And this screwdriver here was provided by the company Imolaza, the one who provided the control. Now, zone 1. So actually, zone 1 is black. No, zone 1 is brown. So we're gonna use brown for zone 1. That's blue. Wait, blue? Okay, I'm just gonna trust that brown is zone 1. It's 1. Sorry if I had the shot. I was just checking out. Okay, now let's do zone 2's wire, which is blue now. Actually, it looks like there's a typo on the text. Well, actually, not the text, but just the notes that said it was blocked, but we don't have any black wires, so it's gonna be blue, I guess. Let's just hope I'm right. Now we're just gonna tighten down blue. Now this is tightened. We can actually take our power and plug it in. Now that the controller's plugged in, we can attach the magnetic cover. So now this is all the hardware installations. So now we're going to move on to the screen recording and also the part of me setting it up on the phone. And then we will return to the beautiful controller after. Okay, now we're going to start with the part that we're going to be showing you how to set up on the phone and all that stuff. You should be able to see my screen on your screen. So first you want to click Add Controller, Bluetooth Access. So please allow Imolaza to access your location. Please allow Imolaza to access nearby devices. So basically all that. So okay, so now actually I have the device here, 2.4 gigahertz. So now let me find the Wi-Fi.
The next day.
So these are all the features of the Imolaza Sprinkler Controller app. First, you can see all the zones, and it's constantly refreshing when you pull it up. Now, you can also see your schedules, which in my case, I named mine Cool, and it takes 44 minutes to start, or to water. This is the home page, which I'm going to have to blur my address because it's on there. Now, here is my thing. Here's my controller, which I'm also going to blur the MAC address so you guys can't use it, as that could be bad. But, okay, so now, here's all my zones. So zone 2 is down the front yard, and zone 1 is the side yard with the maxi pause, which I can easily turn them on from my phone here. And you can see here's all the water usage and everything. Here's the soil moisture, which is currently at 0. Now you can see here, you click Quick Run, and you can activate the zones, but I'm just going to do it for 5 minutes, and then you click the pause button to start. As you can hear, the sprinklers have started. I click the pause button again to stop it. Same with zone 2, except it's just same thing. You just gotta do it slightly differently, which you can edit it as well, which you can change the photo. Which, if you guys want to see, this is my information for the yard. This is the type of soil I got in my yard, which if you guys want to see that. Okay, so I'm going to be explaining to you how the Imolaza sprinkler controller works. It can connect to the weather station, which makes your lawn so much greener, as it knows the actual weather data for where you are in the world, which is quite cool. That's why you don't want to water your lawn manually if you have an Imolaza sprinkler controller on that zone, because you don't want to make it so it thinks that it's got a different moisture level than it actually does, because then it gets confused and it's bad. So don't do that. It can tell the sprinkler controller to basically stop watering because of rain, start watering because of a drought, and also just stop watering because of snow or frost, so you don't freeze your lines, which is quite cool. Cycle soak. How cycle soak works is it just cycles the water on and off enough time so that the ground is soaked but not flooded. It lets it soak enough so that there's no runoff and no waste. This helps save our valuable resource of water, especially in areas where water is a very high concern, such as California or desert areas. Another thing I like about it is that it's very, very fancy looking. Just like the little center ring with the blue light. It's quite cool. And I also just I like how it can connect to your phone, so that makes me testing sprinklers, like when I replace them or when I adjust them, very, very, very easy. And I can also show it off to my friends, and they always think it's cool. Imolaza, I think you did a very great job on this. The only thing I would say is that they should add impact sprinklers to their diagnostic. That's nothing that's a big deal. You can just use other and set the precipitation rate, as impacts sometimes don't have fixed precipitation rates unless you have a fixed nozzle. But in my case, I have Rainbird Maxi Pause, so it's not that big of a deal. I could just put the precipitation rate for each nozzle on there, and it would work just fine.